ft450. I went there. This is one of the few things that I bought in the last few weeks. I don't really like doing unboxings or anything like that. You know, I actually even filmed one and almost put it up, and then at the very last second I was like, what am I doing? This just isn't me. But this is what I bought. I bought the 450. Pretty much just their kind of base level ECU. They do make another one that's kind of cool too, that is like a real base level one too, like if you were going with something that was little bit older than my application, and wanted to upgrade just a few things on it, such as like electronic throttle body, boost control, you know, things that you would be probably updating on maybe a 350 like the truck there. But we went with the FT450. Has a lot of injector outputs, and it can still run an analog signal too, so we can still run a distributor on this guy. Or we could do like a waste spark setup, which is what I think we're gonna go with some smart coils with the drivers in them too, maybe even FUELTECH's own stuff too, depending on availability. And it does it all really, all from one little guy. Here, let's pop it out. Don't worry, we'll be working on some cars here in just 1 second. So it's actually a pretty cool little unit too. It's made out of really nice polished plastic all the way around the rim. I actually, my dirty hands are even kind of scratching it too, but this thing's gonna see a lot of abuse actually too, so we're not too worried about anything like that. And but it has a nice little integrated hood on it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it as my full-time dash, but the really cool part about these guys too is they're almost like Adaptronics. I think I looked into them way early on before that guy got picked up by FUELTECH. You can piggyback these things, or even, you know, daisy chain them or hook them up in tandem, which is kind of nice for somebody who's really going to try and do a lot of this stuff a little bit quicker too. So this is kind of why we went this route. Leaves a lot less fabrication to the wiring harness and other things like that. So it has I believe it's a 32 pin connector back here, but all it says on this pamphlet here is automotive connector too. I could open up the owner's manual, but I didn't have those references right at hand here. But yeah, so talking a lot about it's able to drive 5 coils, blah 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 blah, customizable screens. We don't care too much about that stuff. It does have a USB in the back here where you can update. That one was a huge one. It's also waterproof. I think this is kind of a Deutsch style connector too, but yeah, it just kind of had everything in just one little package too. Oh yeah, it also had the integrated boost controller, or the map sensor too, because I think this thing actually does read vacuum as well too, like 1 bar of vacuum. So, and blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, and it also does do a closed loop virtual O2 as well too, a virtual closed loop O2, which is a big thing for me. A lot of times these guys, I believe these guys are out of Brazil, and they're really kind of drag racing dudes, and they actually have some huge horsepower guys out there with their name on there. But they actually kind of do a little bit more versatile application than I think that they even know that they do, because they do wideband data loggers and everything like that, and a wideband nano. So I mean, everything that I need is definitely right at the click of a mouse with these guys too. Like I said too, they even make few smart coils as well, which is probably what we're gonna end up running. They even make their own Hall effect sensors as well too, and pressure sensors of all variety too. I believe that they make a couple different temperature sensors as well. I'm not seeing them in here. Yeah, I think we're to the back here too. I think there's a little bit of a limited catalog too. We're gonna have to definitely pick up some of their swag. These guys have definitely done a great job on these guys. Alright, let's get working on some cars. It's a big part of this stuff, you know. You can't just buy things, you know what I mean, too. You gotta make them all work. I was having a pretty calm week, really. Then I ended up putting a starter in the good old C1500 there, and man, that was an effort, really. I saw all sorts of videos where they said that was going to be one of the simplest installs that I've ever had, and I call shenanigans on that one, especially doing it on your back. Really, I mean, I've had some ones fight me in my day, but that one was unbelievable there. And right after that too, my neighbor needed a battery installed on their vehicle as well, so I went ahead and installed a battery, which wasn't too bad, but I still hadn't cleaned up my stuff from before. It's my funny tool drawer where all my weird tools live. All like my scanning tools and other random Taxtras cables, other stuff like that too. Sometimes it's a good idea to put away your tools before you get started on a new project there, especially when you've been running all around and been outside, or you know, in some foreign location where you're not used to taking your tools that isn't your own garage, because sometimes you can come back with a little bit less than what you started with, and that's never a good thing. Even though these are cheap tools, we like to keep our tools, at least until we break them. As a little razor blade cut in there. Finished wiring through the circuit on the neutral safety switch on the C1500. Don't have backup lights at the moment too, because I never reinstalled the switch. But I think we have a few other electrical problems to diagnose in that guy there before we button it all up. But for the time being, I just wired around the circuit. Alright, so we got you. I think we have a full collection of what we need. They always say keep your impacts oiled up, but may not be part of that club there. Man, some freaky bug gore going on in here. It's like just leave out a, whoa, some of those guys were still alive. Holy cow, that was pretty scary. I don't think they can get out of there though. Well, they probably already would have. Poof, all done. Like I said, it's just a good idea to do it. Just to get it out of the way, keep your tools all clean, and make sure you got all the participants there. So let's move on to doing some stuff. We're in the hood. Alright, let's see here. I think one of the first things we want to do is just pop this here hood off real quick. Yeah, I think so too. Some leftover goodies in here. A bumble wasp. And some bolts I don't know where they go to. Let's throw some of this crap away. Oh, one of the little turning knob guys. Not again. Washer fluid nozzles. Where do you go to? What the hell? That's gonna be the longest one I've ever seen. Toyota, what you doing? Toyota, what you doing? Let's see here. Trusty. Come on, baby. There you are. When in doubt, tear it out. Now, we are free. We are free men. I have the strangest garbage men in this neighborhood. Alright, so here we are underneath the hood of the MR2. Lots of space to move, oddly enough. So I think we're going to just pop off the vacuum booster just to give ourselves a little bit more access to the steering column and you know, stuff that we're going to use on the other ones, so might as well grab it right now while we can. Still kind of deciding on how much of this one we're going to salvage too. There's a couple other things in here that I really want, such as the fuse box and the wire and harness, obviously. This one does have a ABS control module, but it doesn't have an ABS pump. So I'm not sure what we're doing there, but I'm still thinking about it too. So these are kind of things that generally people will decide as they're kind of tearing this stuff down, and you know, tearing it down, it gives you good education. Looking up towards the cowl and some of the wiper stuff too is probably something that we'll look at today if we want to steal the transmission out of this guy and the wiper motor there, and decide if we are gonna be able to drive this guy in the rain, or if we're just gonna say no go and you know, rain X the windshield. But let's just finish popping this guy off. As you can see, I've already gotten the brake lines detached from the master cylinder here. So the master cylinder will sit right on this little vacuum booster guy here. It's vacuum booster canister, so we'll detach this guy. We'll move around to the inside and detach the, because I believe there's going to be a little clevis to this guy that hooks directly up to the pedal on the inside. Here we are on the interior of the car. Oh yeah. Let's see here. This little connector comes out. Oh yeah, there we go. Check this little guy out. Bam. That's the Blitz. That's the control pack for the boost controller there. So cool. Where did the control? Oh. There's the high low, and then I thought we had a gain on this guy. Yeah, apparently not, but apparently it was just tuning for either which one there too. If I remember correctly, one of these was broken. I believe it was the low, so we only had high to control. But man, this stuff is kind of cool if you ask me. All right, let's see if we can see the pedals that we want to see. Man, that is cramped. Alright, so sometimes when you aren't keeping too much, side cutters make some pretty short work. Get them all one. Ta-da! Alright, let's see what else we got. This is going to be the covered circuit for the airbag. You can always tell that airbag connectors will be bright yellow for the Japanese here too. They always took their safety quite seriously. I'm not sure why they dust booted these guys so often too, but They must have caught something in testing there too. This connector is completely torn though too. I'm not even sure if this was a Takata airbag in here as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that shit, but let's see here. See, this is something that was really goofy about this guy too, is that it had all sorts of strange power running from all sorts of different places in here too. We'll probably actually keep this guy, although I believe that this was the portion of the door connector here, so I don't know if this is good to rob power from, but we'll keep this guy just to know where it was. Alright, so digging around. Let's go, baby guys. Let's get the babies on it. Oh, I had pair. So it looks like this guy is actually held in with a cotter pin right here. Bam. Alright, so now this little guy is free to come out. You see a washer on the other side there, so maybe listen from the previous owners, something of that nature. Maybe that was it, I don't know. Alright, we're done in here for right now. Moving back around. Alright, so it looks like just 4 of these guys. Little connector right here. Got some sort of white spooge on my hand all of a sudden. That was just for the reservoir there. I don't know what the hell there would be something there. It looks clean. Let's see here. These all look like a deep. Popping all these guys off here. Oh, look at that baby. Look, you got a cute little notch right in there to get at those guys. Man. Oh yeah, those are all feeling pretty good loose there. I'm hoping that this also loosens up the vacuum booster here as well as the master cylinder, but I just cannot be sure right now. It's looking 50-50 right now. So I'm just not sure how the hell this vacuum booster is even held onto the firewall. Might see a screw coming through from the inside. I don't see anything out here. Oh, forgot about my little notchy. Oh yeah. Huge bummer. That is what happens when you get a lot of water in your line. Oh, it looks like this thing has been pulling in water. The brake fluid is extremely, it's the opposite of hydrophobic. I can't think of what the word is right now too, but it draws in water like crazy. And this particular one here has been leaking and drawing in water for quite a while. I think that might be unusable. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that these 2 components right here might be just downright trash, really. That one's out. Let's see if we can get this guy here. Oh, in here as well. see how bad this would be to do if you had to do it on like the side of the road or something. It'd be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Clutch master right there. Dry as a bone. Kind of dirty, but not too bad, honestly. We might be able to salvage this one. This is just the Acen factory one here. Nothing too special about this one really too. We might actually even go with a little bit beefier one too, a little bit larger of a cylinder inside here and larger of a piston, but we might need to still rob some clevis pieces off of this guy though, because we'll still end up using a little bit of the stock pedal box. Yeah, stock pedal box. And yeah, so we might need some of these pieces to help everything line up correctly, but everything's pretty haggard on this car so far that I've taken off. I'm actually getting kind of bummed out too. Might not be too much to save on this one other than the wiring and a few of the other bits, but we're gonna keep on pressing through. And let's get this vacuum booster off of here real quick, and that'll give us access to some other things that we like. Might as well get as much done while I'm inverted like this as possible. That's the entire pedal box all free. I still didn't do the throttle pedal too, but sue me. All right, so pedals are out. Access to the steering column is maximum right now, I would say. And let's see here. Come around this side, get some nice gaping haulage action. And like I said too, we're just kind of trekking along with the little bits and pieces that we know that we need. Getting access to other stuff. Can't wait to put you into something. There. There's a little clip of all this stuff that we pulled off, and how bad that guy is. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix that one there, really. I don't know. Pedals. There. The clutch did have an interrupting switch and a start switch. A switch on both sides. It's a dinosaur devouring this car. Yeah, let's pop these guys out and see what we're working with here. Actually, I should probably put a jack underneath this guy as well. I think that's as much reach as we're gonna get out of her. But that puts us just at the point where we won't fall down. Let's see what happens here. Give her some good old electric ugga-duggas. Oh, cobwebs on that guy. Probably as many cobwebs as are on Kevin Spacey's vagina. Down on the jack. Oh, the tie rod feels really good on that side. It must have just been replaced. All right. right, so there is a pinch bolt right there on the opposite side. It was covered up by this like little access cover guy, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys aren't even gonna have that anymore, but anyways, that's what we're looking at right now too. So I'm just gonna hit this pinch bolt and we are done. But I think I'm actually videotaping this for my own purpose as well, which sometimes if you guys end up in a pinch too, this is a really good idea. Take some pictures, man, because they will save your ass immensely. So right now I'm just kind of looking at the clock of my where my steering wheel was versus the clock of this this U joint here, or this universal joint, and making sure that I kind of know how everything went back together. And we'll be fortunate enough too that these things will have some witness marks on them, so we'll have a pretty good idea already. But you know, this helps you out immensely. Oh. Sometimes you get the double ouch. This is one of those times. Oh, I got the double ouch. Oh. Pulling this sucker out, I got both my elbow and my poor little knuckles at the same time. She's out though. You know, bushings were very shot on this guy. I don't know how shot they were. I don't know if you can see that. They're like crusty critters. Crusty critters all the way around. Yeah, we'll have to clean this guy up quite a bit. Looks like a few things are bent on it too, but nothing too bad. It'll be really easy to give this guy some good work while she's out. Splines look perfect. We were really careful taking this guy out, but we paid the price with our own body. Oh, that hurt. Let's see about dropping it on the inside. Pretty much we just had two 14s on either which side of the shackles here. These little shackles, each held up by two 14s. If I had to do it again, I'd probably go after the clevis on the inside, but I think I burnt up the clevis on the inside, but we should be able to tap and die that guy all over again. And man, everything rubber on this car is just so crusty. I don't think that these were ever replaced, honestly. I think these are OEM, maybe second owner, maybe, but they're cracked and blown apart everywhere and dry and crusty. And I bet you that's where a lot of the play in the steering was, but we'll clean up all the tie rods and everything else when we're in there as well. Let's see here. Yeah. We're looking pretty good, honestly, but it kind of bums me out that vacuum booster was leaking in the brake master cylinder was leaking as well. Because man, those are really pieces that I needed to grab, and if they're leaking on this one too, they're probably leaking on all of them. I don't know. But yeah, we're trekking right along too. I might just jump in the interior real quick and tear that out real quick. Tear out the rest of the steering column there, and call it a night. Let's see what we can do. All right. So yeah, the only thing I think holding this guy in is some wiring and a few cables here. I had to go and get the keys and unlock the steering column and use the bolt here to rotate the clevis. I tell you, sometimes if you take a little bit of a break, step back and look at things, you'll just attack them in a whole new light, really. And I'm telling you that even though there's manuals to do all this stuff out there There's a lot of different ways to do this, and I've seen a lot of different technicians attack things a lot of different ways. Oh, no, 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 no. Ka-cha, 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 ka-cha. Ha, we are back online. I might even leave that in there just like that, too. Kind of try and keep you guys from shaking a whole bunch while I'm moving around in here. Let's see here. This is the one that had the most tampering done to it, I believe. It's the ignition here. One hanging out right there. See its counterpart right there. I wonder what that one was doing. Just searching around for a finger. Something that helps me release this guy. I think I found something. Go get my little picker tool. We gotta be close to running out of battery at this point in time. But we're still pressing on. Alright, so that was ignition there. Not even really sure I needed to unhook that guy, but we're just being safe. These airbag connectors, they're always super sophisticated. I'd actually have to say a lot of connectors that Toyota designs are pretty sophisticated, or Denso. This little guy swings open, and probably, oh, there's still another third one inside of there. All right, so we're free there, which means that this guy usually gonna have a side connector, but I do not feel it. Oh, I see him. Alright. Two big guys together into one. Our powers combined. Alright, I think we've gotten all of our electrical good. Man, this thing is so hammer jammered. I hate reusing these nasty wiring harnesses like this, but we're just gonna have to. Yes, we are. A little bit of burning, a little bit of corrosion everywhere, but sometimes it's what you gotta deal with. Alright, so we got you guys up here, and I think that is it. I have a feeling like there's gonna be another bolt back here, or something like that. Coming out. That seems strange for Toyota's engineering, if you ask me. Let's grab our 14 and hammer this guy. Sometimes you fool yourself. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you are. Let's see here. Nice little 14 there. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, when I was besting up Clevis, this guy shot some smoke. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. By something else. I feel like column is just a aha. Although this one's gonna be really hard to hold up after she goes. I see it. I can't say it. Oh. Woo. I managed to avoid that one. My tool took the brunt of it. All right, we were completely free and clear and under control. I don't know about the under control part, but That's a steering column all the way out for you. Steering rack and a steering column all the way out for you. All right. Hi. We've been really busy. Getting a lot done. Yeah, pretty proud. It just goes to show, you know, you keep on working at this a little bit every single day, and maybe not every single day, but you know, just keep on working on it. Just keep on working on it. Stuff will go your way. I think that's a, oh man, what is their name? It's escaping me at the moment. The Terrence Hart and Phillip or something like that. Terrence and Phillip, I think that might be some South Park reference, maybe? I don't know. If it is, I'm not meaning to. But, yeah. This thing is starting to look like a pile of parts, which is a good thing. Just took some measurements off of the, where the original steering column was mounted to, so I can reduplicate it in that one right there. God, we have a lot of good stuff that's lining up for us too. But I don't know. I think I'm injured enough today, and I'm gonna call it quits. Go in and hang out with the wife and maybe edit the video, and I don't know. I might come back out here and start working on some stuff again. But jeez, man, this is a lot of work. Just a lot of work. Where's that light coming from? There's like a weird reflection right here. I don't know, but trying to be a little bit more positive for you guys too. Sorry about the negative videos here lately too. But I mean, I don't think like it's negative, but I was trying to be positive, but I don't know. Maybe it's what you guys think. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe if I didn't say that already. And hope to see you guys back here next week. I'm gonna kick again on the good old MR2s. Might give you guys some C1500 stuff if you guys want to. Leave me a comment if you guys want some C1500 stuff too. There's a lot of stuff we can do on that guy. Do some flipping of the shackles. Flip that axle on the opposite side there. Lower that baby down to the ground. I don't know. Maybe go do some burnouts. I don't know. Just let me know if you want it though.